It's that time again, and here we are. Greetings everyone, Spartan here, your coach of the Victorville League, and welcome to my draft analysis for Season 11 of the Lonely Draft League GMAX Division. So if you haven't seen my draft recap of my Season 10 draft, which I streamed on Twitch, there will be links in the below of the video that will lead you to them and give you and go ahead and give them a good watch, especially the last one. To just round it off on last season, it went well. I managed to get to playoffs and even broke my quarterfinals curse and made it to finals. However, I wasn't able to clutch the win due to bad prep and just the nerves getting to me when I was battling. But after that, I went on a hiatus from draft leagues to pursue other things, focusing on work to streaming for fun. And I even took the time to improve my mentality, and I have been in a better mindset overall lately Not today, but lately. And to the point where I decided to join back in draft leagues again, with the new overall aspects of how I want to approach my games. The more stronger mindset of learning and just trying to have fun overall. But we'll deal with that later. But for now, let's get into the draft. So the draft consists of 12 players, and the draft was points draft, which I have a pool of points, which in this case was 120 points, and was able to choose whatever mons that were available. The must have between 9 to 12 mons total in one's pick. As for what was on the draft order, well, that's where things get rough on my end. I was the last spot, the wheel pick. Now for me, I consider it as a double-edged sword. Sure, I get 2 picks in a row when it's my turn, but in exchange, I had to wait for a good while to get what my next mon will be, and watch as each mon get taken away one by one. That would be really good for my team. I'm not a big fan of the wheel pick, but you know what? We'll deal with it. It's not going to stop me. Anyways, let's get into the draft. And starting off with my first pick is a Pokemon that I have in another league, and that is Jirachi. This mon doesn't need no introduction for what it does. Serene Grace with access to a great move pool to benefit of it while accessing to Wish and Healing Wish, and also access with the U-turn, makes this a great mon to have as a cleric as well. Jirachi may act like a one-trick pony at times, but I know I can make use of its moves and its base stats being base 100 on all accounts, and having a great defense and typing of Steel and Psychic is a good mon to have as a first pick. Now the next mon I decided to draft as part of my wheel pick. I went ahead and picked up a mon that I consider a bracket demon. And what I mean by that is pretty much every time I have to battle this mon, I tend to lose matches because of it. And it's just annoying a beast. And I'm like, you know what? You can't beat it, draft it. So I did. I drafted Togekiss. Togekiss is a mon that also is well known for Serene Grace capabilities. You can also use its benefits of using Super Luck as well. Not so much with Hustle, especially with its base stats and physical. But still, the mon pairs relatively well with Jirachi as they cover each other's weakness relatively well. With access to Wish and Heal Bell is a great clerical user as well, with great offensive pressure in its stats, and especially with its base speed of base 80, which is very usable in various matchups. But the overall bulk has him very capable of being a tough mon to take down. Next mon I went up to pick up is a mon that every time I face it, I tend to lose on the spot. I guess you could say it's another bracket demon, but yeah, I mean, it's mainly because whenever I draft Como, this mon happens to be like the one mon that stops it, and that's Rosary. What it lacks in bulk, physical bulk and HP comes with special offensive capabilities and great base speed of 90. Don't sleep on it. It has great coverage to face off against opposing grass types as well, such as extrasensory and even Weather Ball, surprisingly enough. I mean, it did, however, lose access to hidden power though, so the use of Technician seems less than likely, but who knows? I may even run Weather Ball Technician, who knows? Anyways, the Mon is also good with providing spikes and toxic spikes as well. It does get aromatherapy, so it's really good pick overall. Not gonna lie, it's a really good pick. Next Mon, not gonna lie, I feel like I should have picked this later on because that does hinder my next few picks. And the Mon I picked up was my Dragon type to finish up my Fairy, Steel, and Dragon Core. That is Drudagon. This Mon is actually pretty bulky, surprisingly enough. Even though it doesn't have like the greatest amount of HP, it does tank hits relatively well. It's like one of those Mons that you think, oh, let me just go for a super effective move, and it survives. You'd be like, how did this Mon survive? Anyways, it is one of my Stealth Rock users, other than Jirachi, a Glare user as well, has capabilities of using various moves. All of its abilities, Mold Breaker, Rough Skin, and Sheer Force are all really good moves that Drudagon can go, no, not moves, but abilities to use. It may be very slow, but that's not to worry about, especially if I have Flare. Pretty much that's how Drudagon is. It's not a bad Mon, and for 7 points, it's pretty cheap. But in the process, I did lose a Fire type that I wanted to pick up, so I had to change up my draft a tiny bit. So the next two Mons I went ahead and picked up because they seem pretty good. First up, I went ahead and picked up Sirfetch'd. Sirfetch'd, not gonna lie, this Mon it's like a Conkeldurr, but without guts and in place with Scrappy. Yeah, this Mon it can hit really hard. Close combat has almost no switch-ins. Has no switch-ins, has good coverage with Poison Jab, Knockoff, Brave Bird, First Impression as well. So it has some priority into it, and it also has access to Default. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I draft this Mon? I just felt like it. Not gonna lie, I wanted to use it. And there's also another Mon that I've drafted in WWC as well, so hopefully I could put this Mon in good use. But yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. Yeah. I'm starting with my words again. God dang it. Anyways, moving on. The next Mon I picked up was actually a Steel, not gonna lie. I know it picked up pretty early, in my honest opinion, but at the same time, I picked it up for a good reason, and that is Licky Licky. This is a very bulky, normal type, base 110 HP. Is also Wish Passer as well, so it's really good Wish Passer. It does get Oblivious, so it can be ignored taunt users. It does get Own Tempo, so I could probably use like maybe Thrash, maybe. But the one reason why I drafted this Mon, other than the fact that it's also a clerical user, so I have a triple Wish Core in another league. But the reason why I picked this up was Cloud9. And I noticed that a lot of people were drafting Weather Mons, or Weather Abusers. So I went ahead and picked up a Licky Licky overall because it was one of the better Cloud9 users. I think there was like Gold Duck, and I think there was another one. I could have picked up Lickitung, but not gonna lie, Licky Licky looked like the better pick for what I had to in store. So I went out, picked this Mon overall, and it has a really good move pool as well. So we'll see how things work with this Mon. Next up on my team, this one is a bit interesting because I wanted something that really works well with the team. and I went ahead and picked up Picklebolt. The one thing I was missing was Sticky Web, and Sticky Web with a mon that has a base special attack of 145 is something that you either attack in front of it or just accept it and let me set up Sticky Webs. That is a really offensive bug and electric type. It's very slow though, but with Sticky Webs and hopefully with the team that I have, I can able to capitalize with its very offensive special attack, especially with its coverage as well, and hopefully I can be able to bring this mon a lot, because I think this mon is really slept on. That's pretty much it about this mon. And no, just want to say it right now, this mon does not get defog. Just gonna say it right here, right now. So yeah, just gonna say it right now. Anyways, the next mon I want to pick up is a mon that someone suggested because I was kind of stuck on this position, and one person who mentioned it was Preston. He suggested I pick up a fire type that I've used last season that I know how to use, and I'm not gonna lie, the mon has rubbed off on me to a point where I would consider it as one of my favorite fire types now, and that is Arcane 9. This mon has no needs for an introduction. It has a great move pool. It gets new tools as well. It has pivot as well with the teleport. It has great offensive stats. The defensive stat is alright, but with adding it with intimidate, it's really good. That's pretty much it. Not gonna lie, I've drafted this mon quite a few times, and it has put in a good amount of work. Because I don't know, I've enjoyed this mon a lot more than Incineroar. Not gonna lie, that's why I think that Arcanine is the more enjoyable of the two fire type intimidators. So I'm glad I picked this one up. The last 4 picks, not gonna lie, I also asked for some suggestions on what to pick. I did need a mon with some good speed. The first mon I picked up with that speed is Sneasel. Now, it may not be as strong as its superior form Weavile. It still does a good amount of damage. Base 95 physical attack is nothing to sleep on, and that base 115 speed is really good. Has really good coverage, still got some of the moves that Weavile has, so I'm not missing out too much, but still. I mean, I get Inner Focus, so that's really good, because Inner Focus did get a buff in Generation 8, don't know. I'm not going to tell exactly what it is, you have to look it up yourself. I'm just messing with you. It's immune to Intimidate, so that's really good. Other than that, pretty solid glass cannon of Dark type. Not too fan of it drafting a fragile Dark type, but you know what? I needed a Dark type, and I love my Dark types. I'll take the Sneasel with care. Next up, I needed a Water type, and I also needed a Water immune Water type. And there were some good Water types still left that had that. And then someone mentioned in the chat, in the GMAX chat, it was saying, "Oh, someone didn't pick up Rain. Everyone picked up the other waters," and I'm like, "You're right." So I picked up the best of both worlds of not only Rain but also Water immune mon. And that it comes in Politoed. Now, it's not a Polygod, but it's still a Polygoat. I feel like I should cut this, not gonna lie. But anyways, it's less limited than what Pelipper can do, but it's still a really bulky water type. It does get access to some good cool moves, especially some new ones. Hopefully to use it with care. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I picked up Politoed. It has really good bulk in in the special defensive side. It actually has a really respectable special attack as well, like base 90. So I could probably do something with it. But that's pretty much why I drafted Politoed. I wanted the rain because it also really benefits with Vikavolt with Thunder, with Roserade with Weather Ball, or with Jirachi with Thunder as well. So I had something to benefit from it. So the last two picks, I was running low on points, and there were a couple mons I wanted. Actually, one mon I wanted, but I needed something that I was missing, and that was another hazard remover that isn't Togekiss or Surfetchitons. So I went up and picked up Sandslash. The really steal pick because low key this mon has gotten buffs throughout Generation 8. Like it has gained access to spikes for once. After what, Generation 2 when spikes was introduced? It's been that long, 7 generations, to finally have spikes. And with the buff of Rapid Spin, it makes this not a bad pick. This and I can able to pair it up with like heavy duty booties, so I can able to Rapid Spin off like I don't know toxic spikes if I don't have Roserade. So that is really good and very beneficial. It does have really good coverage as well. It does have good physical bulk. It has a respectable offensive capabilities, but it is pretty slow. But I do have mons that are pretty fast, and as much as Sandslash doesn't have the greatest depth, I do have a lot of mons that have that really works relatively well. So I'm kind of glad I picked this one up. Now the last one, I wanted to pick up a mon that can able to help me out with the speed as well, that isn't just Sneasel. And as much as I wanted a Rain Abuser, I did not know what to pick. I was thinking about Kingdra, which, not gonna lie, could work really well with the team. But instead I went for one of the fastest water types in the game, Barraskewda. Pairing this up with Politoed now makes it more a reason of why I picked this mon. And also the fact that this is the first time since I started that I have drafted all Rain. Not only Rain, but an offensive water type. The last time I drafted an offensive water type was Mega Swampert. And I mean, you could say Quillfish as well, but I felt Quillfish was more of a defensive mon in my eyes. But yeah, Barraskewda, pretty much what you can expect. Very fast, base 136 speed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna double check on that. Yes, base 136 in speed and base 126 in physical attack make this a very revenge-killing offensive water type. Access to flip turns, so I can able to pivot away out of various situations while dealing a good amount of damage with this stab boost, and especially if it's an under range. It also had good coverage as well, so this is pretty much a revenge killer. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm picking up Barraskewda. It's one of the best Rain users in terms of revenge killing, in my honest opinion. But that's pretty much it. That is my team. Not gonna lie, at first I wasn't into it, but after drafting my last 4 picks, kind of like it. Really do. I mean, there may be a change in the future, but at the moment, I'm pretty solid of what I have. So that's pretty much the draft analysis. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll be starting up in week 1 facing off against what's it? Alejandro, aka Beard, coach of the Lakewood Travenants. There it is. Alright. So that is my team. Hope you all enjoyed the analysis. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe to follow up on my adventures of LDL. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.